Alright, here we go. The game is underway. So, these are the Raccoons right here with the gold helmets. He's going to take off for the very first play, keep going. He's going to get a first down and a good bit more. Only 17 yards, but still a good first down. Alright, here we go, dropping back. Second play of the game. Throwing deep. 1-on-2. Caught! Touchdown! Are you kidding me? That was ridiculous. Literally threw it into 2-on-1 coverage. Still, somehow he comes down with the ball and scores a touchdown. That is ridiculous. One explosive way for the Raccoons to kick off this game. And speaking of kickoff, the extra point was blocked. The main thing I'm interested in is, if you remember, the Raccoons quarterback threw a bunch of interceptions yesterday during what I'll call the rough draft of the Providence Bowl. So, remains to be seen, will he be able to recover and play better today, or will he make some more mistakes today? I've been informed this is Linr. Linr is this guy's name. The quarterback for the Hawks is Linr. 3rd and 15 for the Hawks. They've had back-to-back incompletions to start this drive. They're going to need to get at least close to the first down marker if they want to keep this drive alive. Throwing middle of the field. Good catch by number 77. Going to put him around midfield. Alright. Linr dropping back. He might take one of the checkdowns or throw sidelines. He will throw sideline. Barely caught. The receiver in the front started moving back right as Linr threw the ball. If he had thrown it a bit later, that probably would have been deflected or intercepted. So just good timing. Throwing right side. Caught somehow. I don't know how. It for sure looked like he just wasn't going to catch that, but somehow he did. And just like that, the Hawks have immediately struck back. Extra point is blocked again. So both extra points for both teams have been blocked. So we're tied at 6. By the way, Spang, thank you for following. Alright, here we go. I forgot who this is. Well, oh yeah, it's Apu, right? Good throw downfield, by the way. Let me double check. Is this who I think it is? Yeah. Check down Charlie Kirk, aka Apu, I believe. Or I could be mixing them up from last game. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is... I don't remember. Almost intercepted there. Ooh, that was very risky throw. Barely was able to weave that one in there. Alright, first and goal. Rolling left. No one's really open right now. Gonna throw to the check down right there. It kind of looked like he was gonna scramble for it and then just decided last minute not to do it. Second and goal now. It's Apu. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Rolling right, almost got sacked there. Throwing right side, caught, touchdown. This is looking like it's going to be a shootout right now in the championship game. We've already had 3 touchdowns in the first 3 minutes of the game. At this rate, we'll have 20 touchdowns. Extra point is up and good. The first made extra point of the game. So the Raccoons have taken a 13-6 lead. All right. Second drive of the game for the Hawks. Gonna take a little quick pass there, 9-yard gain. Linr's rolling left. He might... Nope. I was about to say he might test the middle, but nope. Instead, he just had to scramble for it. Get a good chunk of change there. 23 yards. Gonna get him to midfield. All right. Both offenses have been on fire to start this game. Constant quick drives, under 1 minute, 1.5 minute drives. And this one's looking like it'll be no different. Honestly, both these teams could probably score over 30 before halftime if this keeps up. Right side, if that had been thrown a bit lower, he would have been able to catch it in stride and it would have been a touchdown. So it would have been a bit too high, forcing the receiver to make a little sideline catch there, prevent him from getting the touchdown on that play. Linr gonna lob it to the corner, caught, touchdown. So, literally, it's been back-to-back touchdowns to start this game. Very offensive game so far. And once again, it's Assassins with the catch there. Now, can the Hawks make the extra point to tie it up at 13? One of their players left, and somehow the ball gets through, and the extra point is good. Looked like it was about to be blocked there, and somehow the ball managed to get through all those Raccoon players over there. Now it's tied at 13. Let's see what Apu can do here. Just going to throw short. Barely caught. That was a bit off the mark, but the receiver was able to make up for it and move towards the ball to catch it. 2nd and 11 here. Just going to take essentially the same route again. Gonna... Huh. I don't know, game. That didn't look like he went down, you know? Not going to lie, that didn't look like a tackle. Imagine if that didn't count as a tackle, and he actually was able to get back up and keep going. That would have been insane. Throwing left corner, one-on-one coverage. Caught! Touchdown! That is the second time that they have thrown the ball deep in coverage, and the second time that the receiver has come down with it for the touchdown. And just like that, someone scored over... if they make the extra point, they'll have 20 points in the first quarter. And they will get it up 20-13 in the first quarter. This is looking like it's going to be an extremely high-scoring game. Let's see, can the Hawks respond? Linr's just going to scramble forward, going to get 13 yards. Under 30 seconds now in the first quarter. I'm going to start counting down the quarters as we go because, again, it's looking like these teams might score over 60 today. That's genuinely how this game has been going because it's just been non-stop scoring for both teams. Going to fire right side. Caught. Good first down. Tried to juke that guy out. Was not able to, but that is going to get them to close to midfield. Are they going to get this snap off before halftime? They will. Not halftime. At the end of the first quarter, they will. This will be the last play of the quarter. Rolling left, firing short. Going to be caught by Sonicky, I guess. And that's going to be another first down for the Hawks. Second quarter. and at this... and freaking... this looks like the score you'd see at, like, mid-second quarter. But no, it's the start of the second quarter right now. Yep, once again, get a fire right. I was about to say that looked like where he was going to be going. Barely sure the first down. Is Merck playing? I don't know. All I know is the quarterbacks because if every player had a consistent number they wore, it'd make it a lot easier to keep track of who's who. But because, for the most of the time, it's random, all I really know are the quarterbacks. And whoever's username appears above their heads. So, first and goal for the Hawks. Gonna just throw it right there. That's a touchdown. 6 straight drives that have ended in touchdowns. And 6 straight drives that have been around a minute long each. These defenses have not been able to do anything today. Extra point, again, barely through, and it's going to be good. 20-20 with 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter in the first half. First and 15 here for the Raccoons. Apush is going to fire it short. Good first down. There's been a bunch of plays like that where they'll throw it short, but then the receiver makes some good moves to get a few extra yards. I don't know why I did that zoom in. That zoom in wasn't really necessary. First and 15, Apush dropping back, rolling right a bit. Might be able to test them left corner. Probably not going to, except going to test right side. That looks swatted away. A really good defensive play by the defense there. It was looking like that was going to be a big play touchdown, but they managed to get the swat there. I think that's really the first swat either defense has gotten on a big play like that. Firing middle of the field, good catch. Immediately going to kneel it down. This is about the first drive today that's taken more than 1 minute. That's insane that it's taken this long for us to reach this point. Gonna fire left side. Hurdles a dude. Has a blocker in front of him. Misses. Oh my god, this might go all the way. Yes, it will. Touchdown, Raccoons. They had some good blocks right there. Hurdled a guy and juked out a second guy. And the blocks did all the rest. And the Raccoons have retaken the lead in what has been an offensive slugfest today. Isn't it 0%? I'm pretty sure. I don't know why they're hit sticking. I guess they just want to hear. I guess I just want to hear the vine boom sound effect. Extra point is up and good. 27-20. Honestly, at the rate this game is going, this game is going to be very down to the wire. It might even go to overtime. And I would love to see an overtime game with the new FF2 overtime rules. Because it just makes it a lot more interesting. Throwing middle of the field way over. Oh, it's a catch! That looked like it was overthrown, and somehow the receiver comes down with it. And with one play, they're already on the Raccoon side of the field. Gonna fire short. The Sonic E? I'll just call him Sonic E. Apparently short of the first down. It looked like he got it. I guess not. Second and inches at the 21-yard line. Almost in the red zone. Now they are in the red zone. Firing to the exact same guy here. First and 15, he's going to roll back. Firing left corner! Almost caught. I think the receiver jumped a bit too late there. If he had jumped a bit earlier, I think that would have been a touchdown. Up, lagged a bit there. Going to fire. Oh, that was pretty highly contested. Managed to still come down with it. 3rd and 5 at the 8-yard line for the Hawks. Let's see, what's their plan here? Clock is running down. About 2 minutes left in the first half. Firing, that's a touchdown. It's been very back and forth today. Neither defense has been able to get any kind of momentum or stops. It's just been back and forth, touchdown after touchdown. And now with the extra point, it'll be 27-27 unless it's blocked. It is blocked. So the Raccoons managed to hold on to a 1-point lead here with 2 minutes left in the first half. Sonic-y had like 13. I'm saying it right, Sonic-y? Is it Sonic or Sonic-y? It's one of the two, I don't know. Or Son-Ike, I don't know. Sonic, okay. Firing middle. Ooh, good hurdle right there. Hurdled right into someone else. Under 2 minutes now in the first half. Again, at this rate, both teams might score over 60. Might test them deep left side. It looks like he's burning. He won't take it. He's just going to throw it to Nutta on the right side. 13-yard gain. 1:30 left now. 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line at exactly midfield. They are running this clock. They're going to try and be the last team to score before halftime. Jumping back and fire middle of the field. Good throw. Managed to avoid 2 tackles. Faked the kneel, and that didn't really get him anywhere. 1st and 15 at the 28. A minute left in the half. They're probably going to tick this down to the 1-minute warning. Yeah, they will. 1-minute warning. Raccoons are up by 1 with a chance to take an 8-point lead heading into halftime. But keep in mind, even if the Hawks only have like 30 seconds left when they get the ball back, they might still be able to score, considering how fast these offenses have been able to score so far today. Yeah, they're really running this clock, and the Hawks are not calling their timeouts. Yep, they're going to take it down to about 30 seconds, and they're just going to do the QB scramble. I'm very surprised the Hawks aren't calling timeouts. I would have thought they would have wanted to call out some at this point. You know, try and get the ball back, try and score some points, but I guess they just don't think it's worth it? I don't know. Apu's rolling right, looking, can't find one, firing left corner, caught, but out of bounds. It's going to be incomplete. Second and goal at the 13-yard line, 9 seconds left in the half. You have to make sure you get in the end zone at this point, otherwise this entire drive will be for nothing. I don't know about you guys, but I'm rooting for an overtime game. I want this to go to overtime. Lobbing middle of the field, end zone, caught, touchdown. And they left about, I think, 6 seconds left on the clock. Nope, 4 seconds left on the clock. I don't think the Hawks are going to be able to score in 4 seconds unless they get a miracle Hail Mary. Let's see, though. Will they get the extra point? Make it up by 8? No, it will be blocked. The Raccoons only have a 7-point lead. All right, they're probably just going to do a Hail Mary here. Just chuck it to the end zone. I have seen a few of these get caught, mainly specifically in LFG on the Seahawks team. On the Seattle team, I mean. They've done it twice in the games I've covered. Can the Hawks do it here? They're going to be short of the end zone. That is, yeah, there is no chance the Hawks are going to come down with that. Just didn't have enough time to wait. Didn't have enough time to wait. The Raccoons did a good job pressuring the quarterback. Wasn't allowing the receivers to get to the end zone in time. At halftime, the score is 33-26. The Hawks are getting the ball back at the beginning of the second half, so they're not out of this. It's essentially like nothing happened. It's like halftime didn't even exist, pretty much. It wasn't really the quarterback's fault, though. He was aiming to the end zone. Even if he had thrown it on target, they wouldn't have gotten to the end zone. So either way, it wasn't going to be a touchdown. It was just good. It was just good pressure by the Raccoons on that play. Firing right side, that's way overthrown. I'm a lot better at gauging whether a pass is overthrown or not than I used to be. Man, watching my old streams and how I used to commentate, man, those streams are awful. How did people enjoy those? Firing short, caught by the number 5, 12-yard gain, just up a 3rd and 3. You need to keep your offensive momentum going. That's the thing. You have to keep your momentum going. He is just going to scramble for it. He is going to get it. Be put down at about the 40-yard line. 1st and 15. Linr might... He's probably just going to throw... No, he's going to go middle of the field. Caught by number 77. Does he have the blocks? He does not. But it's going to put them all the way at the 10-yard line. And in case you're curious, the ads only play when you enter the stream. No ads play in the middle of the stream. I did that on purpose so that the stream and the game could be enjoyed without any interruptions. And I still get a little money from the ads that play when you first join the stream. Speaking of, if you want to donate some bits, you can. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line. Linr is going to roll left. Doesn't really seem like he has anyone open. Nope, he's going to go corner. Overthrown slightly. If that had been a bit lower, that would have been a touchdown. 3rd and goal now at the 10-yard line. They need to get in on this play, or at least make it closer. I'm not sure if it's going to let him go for it on the 10-yard line. I don't know how close you have to be in order to be allowed to go for it. I'll be honest, I don't know how the inner workings work. That's a touchdown. Good lob into the back of the end zone, and that will tie up the game if they can get the extra point. The offenses have kind of slowed down a little bit here. Once again, that's a touchdown by Assassins. As you can see up there, 6 targets, 4 catches, and 3 touchdowns. Extra point will be up, and no good. He missed it right. It was not blocked, but he just missed it right. I'm gonna be honest, I would never miss it like that. Okay, that's a joke, but I mean, like, I pride myself, I'm a pretty damn good kicker in this game. I'm a pretty damn good kicker. So, you know, if any teams need a kicker, you know, Apu now has a chance to, again, have an 8-point lead, assuming they can get the extra point after this. A good hurdle made 3 people miss. Jesus. I will say I always love seeing plays like that where a guy just makes people look silly. Those are some of my favorite plays alongside the deep plays. Gonna try middle of the field. That's a very good decision. Had 2 receivers perfectly right there to get the catch. Gonna put them right back in Hawks territory. At the 32-yard line, 1st and 15. Quarterback has some time. He's gonna throw it back in the end zone. Overthrown, incomplete. Now 2nd and 15, gonna fire. Good catch. I thought he was going to the short. I think he might have been, but the receiver missed, and the guy behind him was able to catch it. Or maybe that was the intention the whole time. I don't know. I can't read minds. The only mind I can read is my own, because it's my own mind. They're running this play clock down. Interesting decision. The offenses have slowed down since the beginning of the game. That is going to be a touchdown. I thought he was going to try and jump dive in, but jumped a bit early, but was still able to dive in. And that's yet again another touchdown by Mikey right there. Mikey Loveland, hey! I'm a Bears fan. You know, we have Coastin Loveland, so, you know. Extra point is going to be blocked again. So, they're down by 7. Hawks are down by 7 still. Up. I don't know what the P clock there was for. Alright, 1st and 15. Can Linr respond and tie up the game again? Going right side. Caught inbounds. It's going to be a 20-yard gain. Genuinely, at this point, this game's going to come down to who can score last, or if one of these 2 defenses can make a stop. Because so far, neither defense has been able to make any kind of stop except for blocking extra points, and they're going deep to the end zone! Caught! Touchdown! We haven't seen a quick drive like that in a while today, and again, it's Assassins with the touchdown. That is his 4th touchdown of the game. 8 targets, 5 catches, 4 of them being touchdowns. And if they can nail the extra point, they will finally tie up this game. They will nail it this time. It's not going to be blocked. This game is tied at 39. We got about 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. We have 50 viewers right now. Thank you all so much for tuning in. That's the most viewers I think I've had on a single stream ever since I've returned this year. So thank you all for tuning in. Frank middle of the field. Overthrown. If he had thrown that a bit lower, he could have caught that in stride. Might have gone all the way. Thank you, Locked Dings, for following. I always appreciate it. Just gonna fire middle. Caught! That was very, very close to being intercepted. If the receiver had reacted a tiny bit later, that would have been intercepted and would have been coming back the other way. Alright, Apu's gonna fire left side. Gonna be pushed out of bounds, 5-yard gain. Streamer could have made that throw. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm a decent quarterback, but I'm not like league level. Gonna fire right side to Nutta. Gonna get the first. 12-yard gain. Like I said, the scoring has slowed down since the first half. The first half was like every single minute there'd be a score. It has slowed down in this second half. Firing back to the end zone. Touchdown. I thought that might have been a tad overthrown, but that's right on the money. And Graveman has the touchdown for the Raccoons. They have retaken the lead again. Just a really good catch. And if they get the extra point, they'll be up by 7. It will be up and good, 46-39. I think it's a surefire conclusion that both teams are going to score over 50 today. The Raccoons only need to score one more time to be over 50, and the Hawks only need to score twice to be over 50. 22-yard gain, that's a pretty damn good catch on the sidelines. I will say, the Raccoons are taking full advantage of their second chance here. The Racers ulted, and as a result, they were kicked out of the championship game, and that guy just missed the catch. I believe that's the guy... Actually, I don't know who that was. Yeah, no, the Raccoons are taking full advantage of the second opportunity they've been given. Their offense has been red hot, but so has the Hawks' offense. Throwing middle, intercepted! The receiver, for some reason, didn't dive for it. That was one of those very risky throws, and for the first time today, it backfired. And the Raccoons now are going to have a chance to take a 2-score lead. It'll be the first 2-score lead of the entire game. That's not going to ruin the Hawks' chance of winning, though. I've seen people come back from far worse. You made a guy miss. That's a poo, Jesus. I guess they're running the clock. They're going to let it go down to the fourth quarter, maybe? Nope, they're going to hike the ball. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Going to fire short. Tried to make those guys miss, did not succeed. And we are going to enter the fourth quarter here. Fourth quarter, the Raccoons are up 46-39, but they have the ball with a chance to take a 2-score lead here. All right. Gonna fire short. This is the guy who caught the Raccoons' previous touchdown. Gonna put him in Hawks territory. Again, the Hawks are not out of it. If they score after this and get a 4th and 25, they'll be right back into this game. Don't count them out just yet. All right, jumping back, gonna fire left side. Caught by the sidelines. Gonna be hit-sticked as he lands. That's gonna be a first down, though, again, for the Raccoons. For the Hawks, I mean, if you could get an interception here of your own, that'd be pretty nice, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like I said, both offenses have been pretty hot right now, especially the Raccoons' offense. Their offense has been pretty damn hot. And by the way, thank you, Imagine Flex Tape, for following. I didn't see that until just now. Well, that was just miscommunication. I'll say, I don't remember, I might be confusing this league for a different league, but are they allowed to run the clock when it's not under a minute? Or am I just confusing this of a different league? I think I am. Thank you, JJ9025, for following. We've reached 500 followers, so that's a pretty damn good milestone. 3rd and 4. Apu is just gonna scramble for it, get the first, putting him at the 11-yard line. This has been the longest drive of the game so far. The longest drive of the game. It has taken... Oh, yeah, no, they're gonna call the penalty on them for running the clock earlier in the quarter. I think the referee didn't notice, and he heard me talking about it on stream and went, wait a minute, that's a penalty. And then that's funny. Granted, they didn't really do anything for that, so I don't know. Firing short, that's going to be just short of the end zone. Just short of the end zone to be at the 1-yard line. No, it's not the inch line. Half-yard line. They're probably going to either go for this. I don't think they're going to go for the scramble. You can see 77 trying to do it. That was a bad decision. As I was trying to point out, the defensive line was seeing it coming and was rushing. Just trying to scramble it in there was not a good idea. 3rd and goal here now for the Raccoons. I imagine if you can't get it here, you would just kick the field goal, but they are going to get it. So they're now up by 2 scores here with a little over 3 minutes left in the game, and they have just passed the 50-point mark. Hawks are going to need to score a touchdown and get a 4th and 25 now. Extra point is up and good. So the Raccoons are up by 14. And again, the Hawks are not out of this game, but they need to be perfect the rest of this game. No interceptions, no turnovers, no turnover on downs, They need to score a touchdown here, and they need to get a 4th and 25 after this to stay in this. Firing left side. Good catch by Sonic. Gonna get hit as he was trying to cut to go across the middle. 2nd and 5. Under 3 minutes now in the game. You gotta be watching that clock. Oh, that's risky. Swatted away. That's probably the better outcome that could have had, because that was just not a smart throw to go there. That could have been an easy interception if the defender decided to go for the pick instead. Dillon's burning right there. He might go corner. Dillon is burning. He will go corner. I called it. If this is on the money, that's a touchdown. Underthrown. That should have been a touchdown. He just underthrew that pass. And now it's 4th and 5. The entire game is on the line here. The Hawks have to convert. All right. Dropping back. Got all kinds of time. Gonna fire left side for Sonic. That's gonna be a 1st down. Kind of saw that coming. It was pretty good route right there. Just cutting left, getting open, getting the 1st. A little over 2 minutes left in the game here. Linr is trying to lead a touchdown drive here to put the Hawks back within 1 score. Gonna lob it to the left side. That is overthrown, out of bounds, incomplete. The only person in the vicinity was Casper the Ghost, and he's not even in attendance in this game. 2nd and 15. Linr rolling right, firing right. Good catch at the sidelines. 19-yard gain. Now under 2 minutes. They're really banking on being able to get the 4th and 25. If they don't get the 4th and 25, it's game over. But that entirely depends if they can get the touchdown here. Again, overthrown. Linr has had a couple overthrown passes this drive, and this second half in general. He's got to shake the nerves off. He's got to get back into the game. He's got to get back into the groove. Nothing really open here. Get fired middle of the field. Hold up. Swatted away. Almost picked off. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's not challenge. Who's challenging? Who's challenging? I don't know who's challenging. I'm going to assume the Hawks. I'm going to assume the Hawks are challenging. I think they're challenging that the defender, I assume, angled or something to get the deflection. I think that's what they're challenging for. Yeah, the Hawks are challenging. They think that was an angle. If that was an angle, I'm pretty sure that would mean that is a touchdown for the Hawks. But it depends on what the ref thinks. Show a replay? I mean, I can't really show a replay. I don't have the ability to right now. Okay, I think the Raccoons have just said, you know, we'll give it to you. Okay, so the Hawks have gotten the touchdown. I don't know if that's gonna stand. I'm going to assume that stands. It's been a while since I've had a challenge like that on RSN, so I don't actually know how this all works. All right. Hawks should be going for 4th and 25. The game is going to come down to this play. All right. The Hawks need to convert here on 4th and 25. If they fail, it's essentially game over. They have to convert. I wish teams would set it to actually be 4th down. It looks better on stream. All right, here we go. Game on the line. Firing middle of the field. Caught! They got it! They got the 4th and 25. A minute 30 left in the game. They're at midfield with a chance to tie the game and force overtime. I really hope they force overtime and don't go for the 2-point conversion. I want overtime. Gonna fire left side. Out of bounds, incomplete. Minute 15 left. Both teams have all timeouts. You gotta keep that in mind. So the Hawks have to make sure they're the final team to score. If they aren't the final team to score and they give the Raccoons too much time, they could drive down the field and get a kick game-winning field goal or a touchdown or something. 1 minute warning. Spang, did he angle swat? Okay, so that is confirmed. That was, in fact, an angle penalty. So the touchdown the Hawks just had will stand. So all they have to do now is get in the end zone here. Gonna fire left side, very risky. Caught! Touchdown! But I think they left too much time on the clock. They left too much time on the clock. They left a minute on the clock. The Raccoons surely can score in a minute. I don't agree with that call. They should have ran more clock. They're going for 2. Oh, no, don't go for 2. I want overtime. Well, they did get it. But dang, that means they're probably not going to get overtime today. Unless the Raccoons score a touchdown, then the Hawks score a touchdown. I don't know. Well, the game is going to come down to this drive from the Raccoons. Can they get a game-winning drive and win the game? Timeout is called by the Raccoons. That is their first of the half. Oh, that is true. They could have 4th and 25 if they didn't get it. That was true. All right. 40 seconds left. Firing middle of the field. Caught. The Hawks are driving. The Raccoons are driving quickly. If you're the Hawks, you should call a timeout here. I don't know why the Hawks aren't calling their timeout. The Hawks should be playing the clock. They need to get their own drive. Apu almost got sacked there. Out of bounds, incomplete, slightly overthrown. 20 seconds left, 2nd and 15. Aiden Glaze Ravens, thank you for following. All right, here we go. Under 20 seconds left. Apu rolling right, dropping back, firing left side, caught. Out of bounds, that's gonna save a little clock. 12 seconds left. I just realized they could kick a game-winning field goal. They don't need the touchdown. They do not need the touchdown. They only need a field goal to win it. Firing left, right corner, incomplete, 7 seconds left. They are going to have to take the field goal. They will take the field goal, but this will give the Hawks a chance if they make it. It is up, and it is good! Raccoons take the lead with 4 seconds left, but the Hawks are not out of it. If they manage to get a Hail Mary, they can win it. It is not over. Don't pop your champagne just yet. It comes down to this play. Oh my god, the Raccoons are rushing for it. It might be over. Throw it high up. They're going to have to get a miracle play right here if they want to win it all. Caught, but he's going to be short. That's game. That's unfortunate. And the Raccoons did redeem themselves. They lost to the racist yesterday, but they managed to redeem themselves, and they are your champions. I was so hoping for overtime, though. I was really hoping for overtime. I have never seen a team send 4 on a Hail Mary. That was actually kind of smart.